Right, so well, my name's Eddie, and I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to make some videos in relation to my Bantam. I've had my Bantam. It's a BSA D3 150cc Bantam Major, and I've had it since I was 10, and you can see that I'm quite old now, so I've had it for a few years. My dad bought it for me, and I used to ride it around our little farm in North Yorkshire. And as you do as when you're kids, you break it down, bits fall off, bits get battered, and you end up with just the basics. But it's been with me since I was 10, virtually all my life. As I've moved house, it's moved house with me. I don't have any special tools. All I've got really is I've got a motorbike bench which I bought from Machine Mart that I've had for about 10 years. I've got a basic set of spanners that are just up there that I've just put together as you do as you go along. And I've got a little sandblasting cabinet that I bought from Machine Mart that just makes to do it. I've tried to put my bike back together for the last 40 odd years, and I've had a couple of half-hearted attempts and not really been able to do it properly. So with the lockdown being here, I thought I'm going to have a serious go at doing it. So I've set to and I've done it. But one of the things that I discovered was that when you look at the different books that are about the BSA Bantam, you have Haynes, for instance, produce two types of manual in relation to the bike, and that's hopefully what it will look like. And then you get BSA service sheets, talking away just with the little diagrams, or the slightly larger ones that I picked up where it shows you bits and pieces like that. And they're all very good, but they all don't really show you how it all goes together. So what I did is I took little parts of these service sheets and I scanned them into the computer, and then I expanded on them and made them bigger, so that what started off as little quite complicated documents like that, I broke down into little chunks, and so that you could see them bigger and done it. Because what I found the most useful was the parts catalogue, because from the parts catalogue it actually tells you which screw, what nut, what washer, and that I found very easy. So these are the books that I made for myself. What I also found out really was getting hold of the mist green paint. Trying to find the paint code was really difficult. Because apparently when BSA were in manufacturing, they used to mix it up by the hundreds of gallons, and then they would use it up, and then when they were running out, somebody else would go down and mix another batch up, and then they'd use that up. So there was no quality control really in terms of the paint, and there were always variations on a colour. The most I could get, the closest I could get really, was some that came from a paint shop up in the northeast. Mist green gloss. So I bought half a litre, and then I took it to a guy who did the paint spraying for me, a bloke called Steve Harrison, who's in Hornsey, and between us we worked out the right type of colour, and he had some paint made that matched what we thought was the right type of green. And I have to say, as you will see, he's done an absolutely brilliant job of spraying the bike up. It's as if it's been powder coated, but it hasn't. What I also found really was that when I was trying to look up how to do things on YouTube, as most of us do, there didn't seem to be any YouTube clips of putting a Bantam together. Yeah, there's lots of people saying, oh, this, that, the other, but no one easy how to follow, like Duffer's guide, if you like. So I thought, right, well, what I'll do is there must be loads of people who are like me, people in sheds trying to do up old motorbikes, etc., etc. who perhaps have forgotten or not quite sure on how things work. So I'm just going to have a go at doing it, and I'm going to show you warts and all me putting the Bantam together, and just, you know, going to see how to do it. But what I want to stress really is that I'm not going for a concourse bike, because it's my bike. There's new bits on the bike, there's old bits on the bike, and it's mine after all. And so I've made a couple of differences, as I'll explain to you as we go along. I did a trial fit of everything to make sure that I had everything that was there, and so I know roughly how things go together. And then I shipped disassembled the bike and shipped it down to the spray shop, and then Steve sprayed it up for me. I've got bits and pieces all over the garage. They're all just ready to be put together. It's like a huge kit. On one of them you'll see some of them got like luggage labels on them, and what that denotes really is the fact that when we disassembled the bike and I sent it down to the spray shop, I needed to make sure that I had a list of all the bits that went there, so that I got a list of all the bits back, so that we didn't lose anything. I've got a box over here which I used a good old envelope, and I wrote on the envelope where the nuts and bolts were that went to it. So I've got front mud guards, centre stand, all them there, so that when we come to assembling it, I know where the nuts and bolts are. And that's about it really. It's you know, I hope that you enjoy the journey of putting the bike together. I don't think I've missed anything out. My daughter told me to write a script up to make sure that I get everything said. There will be two types of camera. That you'll see the actual live footage camera filming on there, but I've got another one that I'll take some still shots of where I can't get the video camera in as close as it can, and we'll be able to put them together really. So as I said, I've had it since I was 10. I've had it a long time, ridden it with lots of people. The guy who really knows about this motorbike as much as I do is a mate of mine, a guy called Rick Beaumont. He's ridden it as much as I have really. So that's it. Thank you.